Well, hello. Here we are at the Moose Jaw Salvation Army in the Lewis Room, and today we're going to talk to Dan and Wendy, Majors Dan and Wendy, from the Salvation Army about all the activities that take place around the Salvation Army, what they do in the community, and what the community can look to receive from them. So, welcome, Dan.
Thank you.
So, Dan, let's just tell them a bit about you getting here to Moose Jaw, because you have a little bit of an interesting history. How did you end up in the Army, and how did you end up here?
Oh, I ended up in the Salvation Army many, many years ago when I was 18 years old. My mom married a Salvationist. I started attending the Salvation Army Church, but felt God's call to become a Salvation Army officer, which I did in 1988, commissioned in 1990. And through it all, I've gone through many appointments in the Ontario, the last 4 years in Bermuda.
Bermuda.
Yes, Bermuda. St. George, lovely town of St. George's, Bermuda.
And now you're in Moose Jaw.
Now I'm in Moose Jaw, loving it, loving it. Moose Jaw is a wonderful town.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about your history a bit. How do you get involved with this?
I started to attend the Salvation Army in a small community in Ontario called Picton, Ontario. And through the death of my dad, actually, my mom was looking for someone to do my father's funeral. And the Salvation Army was willing to do that because they marry or bury anybody. And so she called them. And as a result of that, here I am today. I was commissioned as a Salvation Army officer in 1988 from Toronto. And like Dan and I got married in December 1990 and have served together in various appointments in Ontario and 4 years in Bermuda. I was actually in Bermuda twice. I was in Bermuda the first time before we got married while Dan was in college, and then our second stint just the last 4 years.
Is there any difference between Bermuda and here?
I'll tell you in about another week or two whether there's a difference. Yes. We're loving Moose Jaw there.
Well, now, Dan, your job is the director of the Salvation Army.
Community Services Director, yes.
In Moose Jaw. Now, the Army has done a lot, does every year, they do lots of things. So let's just touch on some of the things that are important that people know about and can participate in. One, for example, that I think of right away is the kettles.
Yes, right now is our busy Christmas season. Our kettle kickoff is November the 28th at the Co-op. And through the whole month of December, right to the 24th, we will have our kettles at 6 locations in the Moose Jaw area: Safeway, Co-op, Walmart, the mall, and Superstore. And we're looking for volunteers. If you're free to give us 3 hours of your time at any one of those locations, feel free to give me a call.
And the number they can contact you at, Dan, is 692
5899.
5899. Okay.
692-5899.
And of course, you can contact for a lot of the things that go on here. Now, that's just one aspect of it. Let's talk a bit about the community services, because you're a director or chaplain for the church, aren't you?
Oh, well, I'm the pastor actually at the church, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm the pastor at the church, but for the month of December and mid-November, I come down here and assist down here as well as the responsibilities at the church. But currently, we started on Monday doing Christmas client applications, and at this stage, as of today, we've done of 98 families, as well as I believe I have about 40 applications for singles. And so we're collecting information as far as proof of rent and proof of income for the household, but also they need to have ID for everyone in their household health card. And from those, we will be collecting those until December the 9th, and then our distribution day is the 21st of December.
So people can still apply until the 9th?
Until the 9th, but after the 9th, that will be our cutoff date because we have to have numbers in. So people have to see us between 9 and 11:30, Monday to Friday, or from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock during those days here.
Did they call and make an appointment, or can they just show
No, they
up?
can just come in, yes.
Okay, good. And that's a wonderful program that you have. And you service a lot of families. Do you know how many you plan to be
Well,
with?
last year I believe we did about 500 or more families and about 200 singles. So, yeah, And we've also been going into a couple of the agencies this year, like the Multicultural Society here in Moose Jaw, and have done applications already in there. Have taken a lot of our new Canadians and registered them for Christmas, as well as we will be going into the Polytechnical School in a couple of weeks and doing applications with the students there.
Now, what's your job in that kind of policy? You just kind of help organize them?
I'm taking over kettle coordination this year and assisting my wife in processing the applications for the Christmas hampers, as well as at the moment taking any emergency clients that may come in looking for food or clothing just for the month, just the rest of November. As of December, there'll be no more emergency assistance given until Christmas.
And of course, emergency assistance is a very important part of Salvation Army, because like if a fire breaks out, or which is probably one of the most common ones, but there's flooding takes place and people are at their homes so quickly.
If we have a situation that involves a fire or a flood, of course, no matter what time of the year it is, November, December, we are available to assist in those situations. But as far as emergencies on food vouchers and clothing, it'll be a person-by-person basis to determine need, because we are giving out Christmas at the end of the month.
Yeah, and you've got vouchers in place, don't you?
We do for emergency assistance, but this year at Christmas, instead of doing the hampers, we're going to be doing gift cards this year, because we feel very strongly that with society is changing and not everyone sees the Christmas dinner that we see and know as Canadians, and so we want to be able to give our clients the option of being able to have Christmas their way. So we've decided this year to do the gift card so that can happen.
Okay, and where do the gift cards come from? Are they from different food stores and things like that?
The gift card, we're having our gift cards, we've made arrangements with Safeway grocery store here in Moose Jaw, and we will be getting our numbers into them, and they will be providing us with gift cards, and we'll determine the amount for client depending upon the size of the family and our overall budget for the year. Yeah.
And budget, you mentioned that. How do people get to contribute to the program?
Well, this year, of course, through our Christmas kettles is one major way of contributing to the work of the Salvation Army, as well as a letter will be going out in the newspaper and the Times-Herald's newspaper in the first week of December, as well as the Times-Herald Christmas Fund is another way that people can donate to the Salvation Army. Or walk-in donations are gratefully accepted as well.
Right down here on First Avenue, with the Salvation Army signs on the corner.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course, it's yearly around the year. There's so much happens in our community that the Salvation Army is included with. So what is some of the other projects you're looking forward to sharing with the people this year? No pressure.
No pressure at all. Well, our goal certainly for 2017 is to create some programming to assist our clients to be able to have their needs met within the community. So that is certainly a goal for 2017, is to get some programming going within our community services ministry here. Of course, our thrift store is always something that makes us proud, and our staff work very hard at the thrift store as well as our warehouse. And we depend upon the donations from the community to be able to help support our work here through both our sorting center staff as well as our thrift store staff.
Yeah, I've been doing some purging at my apartment, and so there's a weekly trip down to the Salvation Army.
Good with that.
And boy, those people they have a big facility on High Street West, and you knock on the door, they come and they smile at you and they say thank you, and there's just a lot of people working all the time.
We're very proud of our staff, and they work very, very hard and give over and above. Many of them do the call of duty for their jobs, and so we just appreciate them so much. We couldn't do it without the support of our staff, and we couldn't do it with support of our volunteers and community donations that come in as well. So. And
you have a fair amount of staff that are here and up at the church itself.
Yeah, between three locations, I believe we have about 30 paid staff, and they're great, and we really appreciate them, and they're good support to us.
Well, that's one. Yeah, I was talking to your effervescent Alicia Kerp when I arrived, a former student, but a wonderful young lady, and I'm glad to see that she's with you.
Alicia is a gift to us. She just transitioned to a new role, and she's doing an excellent job. we're in a constant state of flux these days, but we're moving forward, and we're looking forward to great days ahead in 2017 as we further our transition, our restructuring.
Well, I thank you guys for bringing a little bit of Bermuda with us, because we're not used to having sunshine and green grass in November. I have to tell you that.
I heard that, yeah.
But you know what? Maybe that's a new way.
Absolutely. I don't think I'll be wearing shorts this time of the year, though. Sorry about that, Lyle.
Global warming.
Global warming for sure.
Maybe one day we will see, Bermuda will see snow, and Saskatchewan will see the balmy 75-degree year-round. We can wish. We can
No,
wish.
it's just tough, when you get up in the morning, it's going to be 75. Oh, what'll I wear, But in Saskatchewan, you've got 4 seasons of clothes to
Well,
choose
we've
from.
missed that very much. With being out of the country for the last 4 years, one of the things that, among many that we've missed is certainly the change of seasons, and the prairies are beautiful, so we feel very blessed to be here. And
of course, the thrift store does an excellent job of supplying people with the needs for the various
there you
seasons.
go. That's right. And right now, the staff have gotten all their Christmas stuff out, and they're working at that. And so there's lots going on in both our sorting center and our thrift stores here in Moose Jaw, as well as in Assiniboine, our store there. Yeah.
Well, that's really good. I'm happy that you guys are having a good time here, and I'm certainly happy that you are able to be sharing in Moose Jaw. It's
We love it. I mean, it's been a wonderful introduction back into the Canadian scene again. After 4 years away, we miss Canada. And the West, we were born and raised in Ontario, but the West will hold a very special place in our heart. When it's our time to leave, I guess. We're not looking to go anytime soon.
maybe you go to Red Deer.
Red Deer. I've actually been in Red Deer many, many years ago. So, it's not, the West is beautiful. The West is a wonderful part of Canada that us from Ontario don't really appreciate. When you live in what the Ontarians will call the center of Canada, the center of the world, the West gets a bad rap, but the West is a wonderful, beautiful part of the country.
Well, thank you guys for taking time to come here. I think it's for us to come and see you. If you want to donate or drop down here, phone number is 692.
5899.
All right.
Sorry, we're still learning phone numbers. Cell phone numbers, so many things to learn and coming back again, and we're still depending on that. So,
And come down and see the wonderful people here at the Salvation Army, and get involved if you can. A couple hours to share. That would certainly be most appreciated in minding the kettles, and also donate to the Times Herald's Christmas Fund, which watch it grow in the paper. Thank you both for talking to us today.
Thank you.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking about another great adventure in the city of Moose Jaw, so don't go away.